Today we have so much to talk about. We've got changes to the package on Norwegian Cruise Line. Carnival Corporation has released their third quarter earnings, and I'm going to just share a few highlights from that with you that I think will be interesting. Also, we've got a ship that is going to miss some ports up in Alaska because of a winter storm that's coming. Those dining rooms that I shared with you the other day on Princess, I'm not quite sure that that list published by Princess is accurate, and lots more. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Wednesday. It is October 2nd of 2024, and let's start off with the changes to Norwegian's package. For a really long time now, Norwegian Cruise Line has had what they call free at sea, and it basically included some basic Wi-Fi minutes. It also included some specialty dining, how many you got depended on the length of the cruise, also a shore excursion credit, and their beverage packages. Those were the main highlights of their free at sea package. Well, now they have changed that package to be called more at sea, and they have tweaked it just a little bit. And so what Norwegian is saying the difference is that for the beverage package, they are now saying that it is an enhanced unlimited open bar. So you're going to enjoy unlimited premium spirits, cocktails, wine, draft beer, juice, and soda with this new beverage package that they're doing. It's going to include more premium beverage brands than ever before with lots more variety. So that is what they're changing so far. I think an important thing to note in everything that I could find to read about this change, they are not making the change to include bottled water in their more at sea package now, and that beverage package that goes with that. On the cruises in Hawaii on Pride of America, they include it, but that's the only one. And so that's a really important distinction, and I think something people should be aware of when they're going to go on Norwegian. Second of all, they are saying they're enhancing specialty dining. Now you get to have more incredible experiences with their specialty dining, they say, and you can order up to 3 appetizers now and 3 desserts. And so historically it's been that with their specialty dining, you would order the 1 appetizer, the main dish, and the dessert. Well, now you can have 3 appetizers if you want to, and 3 desserts. They are keeping the shore excursion credit the same, and they say they are also enhancing the Wi-Fi package so that now everyone in the stateroom can stay connected with more minutes and more speed. And so I'll look forward to hearing what that looks like and hear if people are experiencing higher speeds of internet there on Norwegian ships. And they are keeping the shore excursion credit the same as I mentioned, and they are still going to keep their buy one, get one free on the flights. Norwegian, before COVID, would have the promo come and go that you would have buy one, get one free on the flights. Ever since COVID, I've never seen a time that Norwegian did not offer the perk that if you wanted to book your flights to Norwegian, you could buy one and get one free. So the 2 people traveling have to be in the same cabin, of course, but the caveat with that is Norwegian does your flights and then they don't change them. Those flights then belong to you, and if you want to do anything with the flights, you call the airline on your own and you make those changes. So you can't just say I don't like those flights and have them redo them. They don't do that. If you have like 2 cabins of people cruising together, you don't always get the same flights, and so sometimes it's a really good deal on the flights, but you just have to be aware of what you might be getting with that and then decide if it's worth it or if it's not worth it to you. Next up, Carnival Cruise Line is making a really big advertising blitz, I've noticed, about encouraging people to match their loyalty level at a casino that they like to use with Carnival to go on a cruise with Carnival. And so you can get up to a free cruise depending on what your loyalty status and your playing status is at a casino on land. You can apply that and do a match status to get better perks when you sail and use the casino on Carnival Cruise Line. So I thought I would just mention that to anyone of my Let's Go family members that likes to use a casino when they're on land and they haven't started using it on a Carnival cruise yet or matching their status. You might want to take advantage of that. That's something that's out there. Next up, Ovation of the Seas is going to miss their calls in Sitka and Skagway. they are going to spend 2 days in Victoria, Canada instead, because there is a big storm coming to Alaska. So it is going to make it so that she can no longer hit those 2 planned ports that were on the itinerary. So I'll keep you up to date if I hear of other itineraries being tweaked. It is at the beginning of October, the later you get in the season, the more iffy the weather becomes. Sometimes, your September cruises are spectacular. Sometimes not quite as spectacular. Of course, that can creep in during the rest of the year as well. But usually, historically, the later you get in the season, the more chance you have for poor weather. So clearly that's what's happening there with Ovation of the Seas. So let me know in the comments when your favorite month is to cruise in Alaska, would you? Maybe what months you've tried, if you have been on any months that you have felt like were not the greatest weather. So I look forward to reading that, and I think it will help everyone as they're trying to plan some of their Alaska cruises. Now, next up, it's really important that we talk about that dining list that I shared with you the other day. I took the time just to give you all an idea, if you had a Princess Cruise planned, an idea of which dining room on your ship was for the traditional dining they're doing that you eat at 5 or 7:30. You keep that same table every evening, and you have the same wait staff every evening. Or the dining room that you can make a reservation. So you want to eat at 6 o'clock, or you want to eat at 7 o'clock. Whatever, you can make the reservation for. And then the other main dining room would be the one you just walk up when you want to eat. You don't want to bother with reservations. So I took the time and read that to you. And I just wanted to let you know, it turns out that a couple of people have let me know that they are going to book reservations in the app on the ship that they are sailing on, and they are different dining rooms than is on that list. The list I have is up on our Facebook group, so if you haven't joined us on Facebook yet, you should come and join us. We would love to have you. It's just Let's Go Travel Tips. But I posted that list from Princess, but one of the examples was I've got somebody that's going to be going on the Enchanted Princess coming up, and on my chart it says that the Capri dining is reservable, and the Amalfi dining room is walk-in. Just walk up when you want to eat, and in the app it's just showing those flipped. And so that's just a heads up. So when you want to make your dining reservations, look at the app. If you're on board a ship and you don't know which dining room to go to, just go to one and they'll tell you where else you should go. I am also really thinking that, they're going to have the main dining room where you walk up if you want to just say, I'm ready to eat now. If they have, if the lines are long for that main dining room, but they've got any availability in the other main dining room or main dining rooms on that ship, they're going to send you there. I'm sure they're going to be coordinating between the main dining rooms to be able to handle as many as the guests at the, accommodate everyone as much as they can accommodate people as they would like to be accommodated. Does that make sense? So if you walk up to that walk-in main dining room, but there's some space over in the reservable dining room, they're going to send you there. And so it'll be really fun to hear from you more as we do this and experience it. But I just wanted to let you know that that list is not quite accurate. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please go ahead and hit that subscribe button? And if you appreciate my updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? Neither one of those obligate you to anything. They don't cost anything. It just really helps us out. So thanks again. Okay, now let's talk about Carnival Corporation's third quarter earnings. There are just a few things that stood out to me in this that I wanted to share with you. The other evening in our live, it's been a couple of weeks ago now, we were talking about, Princess got a new ship in 2024. They're getting the Star Princess 2025, another brand new ship, but they have not announced any new ships on order past that time. And it's really cool that they get to that close together. Then we also have Holland America with no ships on order. They haven't announced any new ships coming. And as we talked about that, someone asked me why, and I said it's because Carnival Corp has like 5 or 6 ships on order right now, and it's because that is the brand that is doing the very best out of Carnival Corporation's umbrella of all of those different cruise companies. So Carnival Cruise Line is really doing a great job. And so as I thought about that, I thought about the whole Carnival Corporation family. And indeed, they have announced some record-breaking revenue and operating income for the third quarter of 2024. And so I thought I would just share you some of those highlights. I am happy to say that they, even since June, have been paying down a lot of their debt. Now, here's a good discussion that we should have. Put in the comments, do you think, now see, this is just silly, isn't it? Do you think that prices are going to go down, or their marketing strategies are going to change at all once they get all that COVID debt repaid? Tell me that in the comments, and I'll tell you what I think another day. No, I'll tell you now. No, they are not going to change that, because they are making too much money. And so when you're making too much money, they don't think, well, now let's, put our prices lower. We've paid our debt. They just see the future as looking, even better. So a couple of the highlights that really stood out for me is that their net income, not only their net income, but their net revenue. So you compare those two, are record-breaking. They're higher than they were in 2023, and they were record-breaking in 2023. So they are doing even better. When they look at the percent of their ships that are booked for 2025 already, they are also way ahead of where they were in 2023 for 2024. And in 2026, their bookings are also very strong. The CEO, Josh Weinstein of Carnival Corporation, was talking about how much the percent of their cabins that they already have booked puts them in a really strong position to hold the price to be able to fill the rest of the cabins. And so as you think about when you want to book your cruise, kind of keep that in mind. We're going to talk about that a little bit more tomorrow and Friday, as I've been thinking about this an awful lot, because we are already in the fourth quarter of 2024. 2025 is around the corner, and that's a lot to think about when you think about booking your cruises and planning what you want to do. Because, before COVID, I remember if we decided to go on a cruise, we could just book a cruise and go. We didn't have to think, well, I need to do this a few months in advance because the ship is going to be waitlisted or sold out. That is a new thing right now. Not all the ships are sold out or waitlisted, but it is happening a whole lot more than you would expect, and it makes it harder to go last minute on some of the itineraries and some of the ships. So I just wanted to point that out, and the number that stuck out to me is that even since June of 2024, they have repaid an additional $625 million in debt. And so as far as shareholders go, it's a really good sign that they're going to get their debt paid down and hopefully get it all paid off. I like to think sooner than later with record-breaking income, because then as shareholders, we're in a good position to share in the income, right? And to have a good, strong company. So let me know in the comments if you have Carnival stock. There's that lovely perk that you get of onboard credit if you have 100 shares of onboard credit. So let me know if you've got Carnival stock or not. Let me know what questions you've got, and I'll be happy to cover those as well. I really enjoy you all coming and spending time with me. Thank you so very much for being here. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.